Hello, this is Teresa McDowell with the Spotlight on Common Core Standards for Rock Hills USD 107. The focus of all standards and improvements to standards is to provide the best education for every student. The purpose of this video is to understand the goal of educational leaders in providing the framework and implementing these Common Core standards. It will help the stakeholders, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, the Board of Education, students, and parents, most of all, realize the importance and help to create and maintain a positive environment for learning. A positive environment for learning is definitely a partnership between the parents and the school, and we need to reinforce that. The ISLLC standards that we're addressing in this video include Standard 2, to promote the success of every student by sustaining the school culture and the instructional program that's conducive to student learning and to staff professional growth. Both of these need emphasized and supported. Standard 3 for ISLLC also, to promote the success of every student by ensuring the management of the organization to create a productive learning environment. The Common Core standards are written and being promoted to effectively manage student learning, to promote it, to increase the level of their learning. Also, ISLLC Standard 4, to promote the success of every student by collaborating with faculty across the nation, faculty within the school, and the community members are important stakeholders. The Common Core standards are universal standards that will go across the nation for all states who have agreed to comply with them. They will focus on the students graduating, but it will be incrementally established for all the grade levels. They are written to help promote success as the students graduate and go into either college, trade schools, or a workforce. They've targeted English and math, as these are the core subjects. They are the building blocks for all the other curricular areas. The standards are designed to be rigorous in both the content and the application of skills. Too much learning in the schools have been on the lower level knowledge in Bloom's taxonomy. They're also aligned globally to ensure competitiveness across the world. All staff are to teach and reinforce to these standards to provide accountability and guarantees the student success as they graduate and go out into the world, so we don't have so many students failing as they go out into the world and realize they are not really equipped. The students are also published. You can find these online. It'll help staff, students, parents know exactly what these expectations are, so you can measure and see, is my student getting what they need to be getting? Are they understanding all the concepts that are being taught? This is transparency that will help achieve the student success. I would encourage you all to download your own copy of the Common Core Standards. For school faculty and school administration, we need to really realize that this is a collaborative effort between parents and the staff and different staff members. We are to collaborate with each other so that these students do achieve these standards. It's a new K-12 assessment that is being designed. It will be eventually to replace the Kansas assessments. ACT, SAT, the governors are all some of the developers of the standards, and they will have input as well as local stakeholders in the assessments. The classroom assessments must measure higher order thinking skills and the application skills as opposed to the lower level. Ongoing professional development will help ensure the teachers are staying up to date with current research-based instruction and the changing standards, as they will be changing in the next 3 years. We are in the first year of the process. Teachers will need to be flexible to modify their lessons and assessments, especially the veteran teachers, so they can support these new standards that are designed to be rigorous. Under the Common Core standards, all special ed students will be held accountable to the same degree as the regular ed students. You might think this is going to be a large challenge, but under NCLB, they were not provided with so many accommodations, so many of the students on IEPs didn't fare so well. The new Common Core Standards allows for Braille, screen reader technology, other assistive devices. Writing includes scribes, computers, speech-to-text technology, which should increase their level. It is a bridge to help them succeed just to the same degree as regular ed students. Under the Kansas assessments, there is a small percentage of students that do not have to be tested. However, at Rock Hills, we do test all students. And the chart below shows the percentage of students and how we have measured up on the state standards. You can see we are averaging right around 90% of being at or above our state standards, which is for the most part above the Kansas average. That is in reading, and we are also above the Kansas average in math. As I said, because of the increased accommodations for students on IEPs, it is likely that students with IEPs scores will increase. That should help the school AYP average go up. These accommodations provided for in the Common Core Standards serve as a safety net for these students to help support them in their endeavor to learn and be at the high level of all of those students too. As with anything new, there's going to be advantages and disadvantages in the new programs. Advantages, obviously, it'll help keep families who are mobile, help them know the expectations and help them stay on track with their learning. It'll level out the academic standards between all the states, so students who are moving from one area to another can just pick up where they left off. They'll know, oh, fourth grade, this is where I should be. Also, it will increase the use of the higher order thinking skills and real world applications. It will increase the student success upon graduation if applied correctly. And it considers the education of the whole child. All the teachers, all the faculty with the parents are to work together to promote the success of this student, not just one teacher teaching English and the rest of the teachers teaching all their different content areas. It may reduce state expenses if we get the Common Core Standards testing done, as we won't have to develop our own state tests all the time. Obviously, there are disadvantages too. It is a federal policy that is dictating the state standards and tying existing monies, Title I money, to the voluntary adoption of these standards. Also, some students just don't test well. It's another high-stakes test that is not necessarily an accurate picture of the student's abilities. It also might be higher cost for district because they will have to purchase new curriculum that align with the new standards. It can also be a difficulty implementing these new standards between buildings, especially for a large district, or between a local district and higher education facilities. In conclusion, there are now 48 states who have implemented the Common Core Standards, including Kansas, so we will be doing this. Title I funds are linked to participation, which is a big reason why so many states have elected to participate. The standards are not set. They will be evolving, so we need to remain flexible. It will help prepare these students for adult success as they go on to college or to the workplace. It'll provide the transparency for the families. They will know exactly what their student is expected to master every year. It'll help provide collaboration between the school and the families as well. It'll help the teachers hone their skills to implement more higher order and more authentic and real-world applications and assessments. It may also increase the school AYP as students with IEPs are allowed more accommodation. Remember, overall, student success is the goal. References: Common Core Standard Initiative, Educational Leadership, also Educational Leadership Catching Up with Common Core Standards, the Council for Exceptional Children, and the State Report Card for Rock Hills USD 107.